from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Week 6 of the college football season, and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started.
All right, chat. Finally got on the board, chat.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Makes a move. Oh,
he will get the Jet Award. He will get the Jet Award.
Catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give to the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On the return,
block him, bro.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch.
Touch him.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense.
Oh, shit.
What a play to set him up. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Shit.
And they turn it into a defensive score.
And And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
I hit my own lineman. Looks like shit. This shit.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Left side, it's Frazier. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Swings it out to his running back. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Frazier. He's stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run to the right. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
On third down, he drops to throw. Look out! He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Trying to get started. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Making the adjustment. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Caught on the left side by Wilson. At the 45 on his way. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right side,
Oh
it's
my
Wilson.
God, bro.
Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
One of the things you love about
What the
this
fuck
running
was
back
that,
is not
bro?
only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Wide receiver going in motion. Here comes the heat. He sacked. This defense all over it.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock him free. It forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
Oh my fucking
Intercepted. A
God,
first
bro.
half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Mississippi State. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
I need a fucking QB bad, bro.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Pass to 6. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia. The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second.
Number 47 set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So first down here as they go back to work. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide left, it's Cotton. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Just feeds the running back. He's past the marker. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. That's caught. It's Taylor. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First play of this drive. Complete out left to Wilson. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He wants to go deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldog. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Drops back on 1st down. They're all over him. Complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Quarterback keeps it. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Right side, it's Frazier. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They'll go to the air. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got it. Beat down in bounds. Lining up to add another. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Pulls in the deep ball. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wilson. Driven back. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Second and long here. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Out wide right, it's Wilson. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. He's going to run it. Turning it on. The 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force them into 3rd and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but, man, got to do a better job of keeping that rabbit in the cage. Don't let him outside the pocket, because when he does, you see right there, he chews up 10 quick.
He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think, setting up 4th down. And that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 4 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Sooners on top right now in a battle of one-loss teams. And I say it all the time, but I really believe the team that can win the turnover battle will be the team that comes out with the W. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. But he's got room.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Turns it upfield. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the Dogs have their offense in high gear. That one's not even close.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Just keep slinging it. Escapes the pressure going right. And it's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Makes the grab, past the marker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Wilson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Right side, it's Cotton. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Got to make the play on 4. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Second down to the air. Rush is on. Quarterback got it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, it's Wilson. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run it with Wilson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Turns up, it's Frazier. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Second down, gonna throw it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And that is exactly the execution you want from your zone defense, man. Zone defense means eyes on the quarterback. As soon as he throws the football, eye break. Nice job breaking on the football, being physical, not allowing him to make that catch over the middle of the field.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout.
I think at this point of the game, down 2 possessions, the passing game, you just have to be a little bit sharper. And they don't look like they're in rhythm. You saw it on that last third down. I think you got to go now if you're on offense on fourth down. The sense of urgency is cranking up, but you need to be more precise in the passing game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Got out of trouble and throws. This one's complete.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Quick catch. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Gonna look downfield again. Under pressure. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll live to tell about it. Third down coming up.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's another mistake for this young man. It's one thing to have 1 or 2 and miss a throw here or there, but he continues to put the ball in harm's way, continues to give it to the other team, and set his defense up in a bad position. That's 6 picks in 2 games.
The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Wilson. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12. Mississippi State going up tempo. pushes ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs. Bangs his way to the 20.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this is a tough spot for this offense, man. They've got to create some explosive plays, and the defense knows it. They're backing up. They're playing really, really conservative. Man, you're down 2 scores. You got to find some plays over the middle of the field, wherever. You just got to chew up some grass and get in scoring position.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Got the back over the middle. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
You know, swing passes to the running back oftentimes are like an extension of the run.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
2nd down, going to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.